What's up, what's happening? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another hair review, or an initial review. I've got this hair, it is so luscious and so nice, from Tinashe hair. So I'm gonna leave everything in the description below, the specs, the link, everything. So if you want to see how I installed this hair, bleached the knots, all that good stuff, then just keep watching. Oh, and by the way, this video is not sponsored yet, baby. We manifesting out here. So all opinions are my own, period. And don't forget to sub if you like the video. Okay, bye. So to bleach the knots on this frontal, I'm gonna go in with my True Lights Rapid Blue Powder Bleach. And I'm gonna go in with the Cream Peroxide in 40%, also from True Zone True Lights. And I'm gonna just do about a scoop and a bit, and then maybe like 1 cupful of the developer. And when you do this, you should probably wear gloves or just have something on hand to wipe the bleach off of your skin like immediately. So I'm just gonna pour, not too much because I want it to be a thick consistency. So a little bit, and then I can just add as I go along. And I'm just gonna use this plastic knife to mix this together. And you want this to be like a pancake batter, like a thick pancake batter. You don't want it to be too thin, otherwise it's gonna seep through the lace and go all over the hair, which is not what you want. You just want it to go through, or you want it to be thin enough to go through the lace so it saturates the knots, but not thin enough so, you know, it gets everywhere else. So to me, this kind of consistency, this looks pretty good. So I'm gonna start on one side of the frontal and work my way across. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I'm just gonna slap this on. You don't want to push too hard because you don't want, like I said, the bleach to get everywhere, but you want it to go through it enough so that it is saturating the knots completely. A lot of the time when I bleach my knots, I kind of get the bottom of the knots and not the top of it, so you can still see the top. They still look pretty black. So I'm just gonna make sure I push this in just enough to cover the knots completely. And you can kind of just look through on the other side to see if the bleach has gone through far enough. So I can see over here, it has gone through, yeah, it's gone through far enough here. I could probably push it a little deeper on the edge right here. So, you know, it's really just trial and error. You just have to try and then go back through and, you know, touch things up. So now that I've covered everything, I'm just gonna kind of flip the frontal over, not completely, just to see that I've pushed the bleach in far enough. So you guys see how you can still see the top of those knots? That means I haven't pushed the bleach in far enough. So I'm just gonna go over it, like I've missed a bit there. I'm just gonna go over it and push the bleach in a little more. So I let that sit for about 25-30 minutes. I just kept checking on it. Washed it out using my Shimmer Lights shampoo and some Tresemme conditioner. I've let it air dry, and now I'm just gonna install the wig. So what you wanna do is pop the wig on your head, measure it out, make sure everything is sitting in the correct place, and go ahead and cut the ear tabs. Now I've left this section in, I haven't sped it up or anything because baby, I struggled to do this. I always struggle to do the ear tabs and I always mess it up. If you see what I'm doing here, I'm just cutting a straight line up to the top of my ear, and then kind of just, honestly, I'm just hacking off the rest of it because baby, I could barely see what I'm doing. And obviously you want to go ahead and do the same on the other side. It does help if you try to part the hair first and clip it up. That just avoids you cutting any hair that you don't want to cut off. Now I will mention I did put some of my foundation on this lace and let it sit for a little bit, and I've just popped a wig cap on, you can just see it there, just behind my hairline. And I go in with my freeze spray from Got To Be, and I just put about 2-3 layers. I think I put 3 layers because I wanted this on, I wanted it melted. But I just popped 3 layers and let them dry a little bit in between. On the last layer, I don't let it dry all the way, just so that the lace can have time to really seep into the spray. And I definitely would advise you to do this in sections. So I'm doing the top layer first, and then just using my comb to kind of press the lace into the adhesive so that it can really seep in. Next, I go ahead and take my scissors and I kind of cut the frontal into sections. So you just want to make a line on one of your temples, and then repeat the same on the other side of your other temple, so that you're left with 3 flaps. And when you do this, you can kind of get rid of any excess spray and just kind of, it's just easier to work with. So I'm just going to repeat these steps for the other 2 sides that I haven't yet stuck down. Again, just doing about 2 or 3 layers of the spray and then letting it get a little tacky, not too much, and going ahead and laying that lace down. Now when you do these side bits, I always struggle with these, but you want to try and keep a hold of the lace just so it stays in place, and then brush the hair behind your ear. I find that this kind of just helps you to get the position right. So I'm just going to hold this down and then put some cold air on it and use my comb to smush it all in so that it's melted. So when I have successfully sprayed everything down, I go ahead and put on this little satin scarf just to make sure everything stays in place. Now y'all can see this looks like an anthill. This hair was so full and puffy, so I'm gonna get to straightening. So I'm taking some serum from Tesco's and I literally take 1 pump and distribute this throughout the entire hair. I definitely recommend using some kind of serum with this hair because this hair is very kind of wispy. And I wanted to show you guys, this hair had a ton of flyaways and short hairs. So if that's something that would annoy you, then maybe this isn't for you. Next, I'm just going in with my hot comb. I'm just trying to flatten the top of this anthill baby because it was looking crazy, a whole hat. I also take some mousse or sculpting foam. You can really just use anything. This one is not the best, but baby, it was cheap. So I'm just gonna apply some mousse to the top. And then next I decided to tweeze the part a little bit because the part was just looking, it was just not doing what it needed to do. Okay, this hair is really, really full at the top. But there are a lot of kind of short filler hairs. So yeah, you wanna do a good job when plucking. So it probably took me about 15-20 minutes to straighten all of the hair. So that is enough time for that lace to melt, baby. It was looking real good, but next, this cutting the lace business, this always scares me. And I was using a razor. I said, God, don't let me mess this up. And this is the first time, like I said, using a razor, but I would 100% recommend using this because it just makes sure that the line when you cut the lace isn't straight, and that helps the lace to be more disguised. So just take your time. I'm moving super slowly with this and just making sure to not cut too much of the lace and not go into the hairline. So you will notice there is a bit of like a white crust as I'm cutting away. This is just some of that got to be spray, but we're gonna fix it later. This always happens. We gonna fix it, girl, don't worry. We ain't gonna leave it looking crazy like this. I found it was easiest to just make little cutting motions, these little swiping motions, because this blade is sharp as hell. I think I actually cut myself, so be really careful when you do this. And to get rid of that kind of white crustiness, you want to just use a little bit of that got to be spray. Don't use too much because you don't want it to look ridiculously shiny. Go over the entire hairline and that will get rid of that white crustiness. Okay, you guys, I know I kind of went off camera. Y'all, it was just getting a lot. Like, I thought it was starting to go left and I was like, nah, cut the cameras. This wig at the top is really, really full, but it's got a ton of filler hairs. So those like really short hairs. So it's quite full at the top and then it gets a little thinner towards the end. But all in all, like, it's really nice. Love it. Density is actually really nice. I put some mousse on it and brushed it down, tied a headscarf on it, and that's about it. That's about it. So far, I'm loving this hair. It's really soft. It's so soft. I did wash and condition it, obviously, after I bleached the knots and because it smelled really funky when it came out the pack. So I had to wash that. I got a little bit of shedding during the washing process, but you know, it wasn't anything crazy. It doesn't shed too bad or anything. Like, I have nothing, there's nothing coming out. And I'm gonna show you guys, I saved the hair that I plucked. This is probably not all of it, but I plucked like a decent amount of hair because it's so full. The hairline was so full. It still is a little full. I could still do with going back and plucking it a little bit more, but I ain't got time to do that right now. So yeah, this is how we looking. So get into it, sis. It looks real nice. I feel like I did a really good job on this install. Again, I just used the got to be spray, and that's it. Like, that is it, y'all. And I'm gonna get up close so you can see all in it. I haven't got my ring light on or anything, so this is just natural lighting. So this is how it's looking, and baby, what lace? What lace, baby? I'll wait. So first impressions, yeah, 10/10. Like, I really like his hair. I feel like the lace is a little bit on the thicker side, just a little bit. Like, there's certain areas where I feel like it's just sitting on my head, like it's not fully mounted. But I mean, it was good. I did put foundation on the lace. I had to put some of my foundation on the lace because I feel like transparent lace has a white tint to it. So just dabbed a little bit of foundation with my brush, and that kind of sorted it out. So yeah, it's looking real good. Again, I'll show you how long it is. It's coming to just here, so like, you know, the cootie cat length. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. If you have any questions about the hair, you can just leave a comment down below. I'll leave the link and everything in the description bar. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys. I'll be seeing these new subscribers popping up like every other day. Thank you guys so much for subbing. Yeah, if you like the video, give it a like. It just puts me on the algorithm so people can find my videos more easily. And that is all I have to say. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.